Hello everyone, my name is Martin Linksfeld and welcome to the first lesson of the OCI function with Terraform course. In this lesson, we will kick off by creating a simple hello world function named fkfn using Terraform. We will set up the necessary OCI infrastructure, build and deploy the function, and see how Terraform automates the entire process. Let's get started on this exciting journey into serverless computing with OCI. Let's start with the scope of work of lesson number 1. This lesson guides you through creating a hello world function named fkfn. The Terraform code in this lesson utilizes the module terraform-oci-fk-module, which includes an embedded function example. This Terraform module sets up the necessary networking components including VCN, public subnet, internet gateway, security list, and route table. The fkfn function will be deployed under the OCI application, which will be connected to this network. Before deploying the application and function, the function code will be built, Dockerized, and published in the OCI container registry. From there, the function will be deployed as a Terraform resource, OCI functions function. Ultimately, the module will automatically invoke this function using OCI row post command and will see the hello world response from the function. Now let's move to topology diagram. Here is topology diagram of the first lesson of this course. As you can see, we are in OCI region, and in this OCI region we have one VCN with one subnet, public subnet. Inside this subnet, our function fkfn will be placed. What is important, we have also container registry, the source of the image for the function. The function will be exposed to public internet, and we can call it from the outside, from the public internet. Okay, that is all in case of the topology. Now we can move to code review. I am now in a code editor, which is visible in OCI console. And this is a repository, a clone of my repository, which is visible publicly as a free resource in GitHub. So now I'm in the lesson number 1, and I will prepare my lesson. So the first thing is around setting up Terraform environments. There is a file named terraform.tfvars.example, and this example file I will use as a starting point. So let me just copy this file into the right file named terraform.tfvars, and I will start populating values which are necessary for my configuration. First thing is a tenancy OCID. So let me minimize my code editor and let me go directly to governance and the details of the tenancy. So from there, after loading, I will copy my tenancy OCID and I will use it here. The region will stay as it is. Then I need to choose my compartment. So once again, I will go to governance and administration and then into tenancy explorer. And for the purpose of my training, I will use Terraform compartment. So let me just copy the OCID of the compartment and I will put it here. Next thing is related to my OCI registry. So for username, I will pick up my own account because it's a federated account, I need to use Oracle Identity Cloud Service prefix, and then I will put my account, which is Martin Linksfeld at foggykitchen.com. That is one thing. But then I also need to have out token. So let me go to identity again, into domains, Oracle Identity Cloud Service domain, users, and let me pick up my user, and I will go to out token. So for this out token, I will generate a new one, OCI R token, let's say number 6 for now, because I have already created a few. So let me just copy this one, and I will put it here in out token section. OCI R user password. I can save it, and now I can prepare my environment with Terraform in it, and it will download my module from GitHub. Let me just clear it, and now I can run Terraform apply. Terraform apply has been executed. Let me make this window a little bit bigger just to see what we have. So let me scroll up just to see what exactly is in a plan. We will have a few null resources which will be executed. One is for fn setup. That one will cover all of the Docker commands such as Docker logging, fn build, Docker tag, and finally Docker push, and then image will end up in OCI registry. Fn invoke is for invoking function at the very end. As we can see here, we need to create the repository, OCI repository. We have few resources covering networking, such as DHCP options, internet gateway, route table, public subnet, and the VCN for our application. So fn application, this is an umbrella for the function or functions, and function itself. So looks like everything is in place. Let me type yes, and we will have to wait for all of the process to be finished. So let me just pause the recording for now, and I will be back when all of that will be done. Okay, it looks like apply is finished. 10 resources added. So as you can see here, we had this null resource which was responsible for building up the function and pushing that function into OCI-R, and then the application and function have been created. Then we were just waiting for 30 seconds, and inside the modules there was a trigger to invoke the function. OCI row request for the function has been used. Here is a endpoint for the function, and this invocation was successful because function has responded with hello world message. Nothing fancy, just hello world example. So let me just minimize the code editor, and we will navigate in a console just to confirm that everything what was expected is here. First of all, let's go to developer services, then into applications, and here we can see fk-up, the application, and inside the application we have a place where function will be visible. For now it is just one function, fkfn. Here we can see the invocation of our function, which has been done by Terraform code, and that is function itself, right? Another thing which is worth to verify is OCI registry. So let's go again to developer services and then into container registry. And inside container registry, we will see just one repository with one image, right? So the layers are here. So this is a Docker compliant repository. And from that repository, our function was just taking the code and executing, right? One thing, because I think it has not been discovered so far, as I have said, module itself is equipped with the demo Hello World example. So let's give a short review of what we have here. Every function will have 4 elements. First of all, Docker file, which will build the image for the function, right? Docker image. Then we have a funds.yaml file, which is essentially a manifest file. We have also requirements.txt file. This file consists all necessary libraries for pip3, and as you can see, we have FDK and OCI libraries, which should be downloaded in a Docker file. And then finally, we have a funds.py file, which is essentially our function, right? The handler routine is extremely simplified. We are just responding with hello world message, nothing more, nothing added. So super simplistic hello world example. And that code is now executed here by our invocation, and this is essentially the core functionality of this lesson. Okay, that is generally all. Now, because we would like to have a cleanup here, probably we should run terraform destroy. But before, let me show you one more thing. So as you remember, I've mentioned that application is interconnected with the networking, right? With network. So as you can see, Foggy Kitchen public subnet is here. So we can go directly to this subnet. And after a while, it will show us the infrastructure, right? So this is a subnet. It's a public subnet. We have a route table here. It is inside VCN. So all of that infrastructure elements have been built, and that explains how application works. Okay, so in a networking, in a infrastructure. So now let's go back to the console and let us run terraform destroy. And within a sec, we will have 10 resources to be destroyed. Let me type yes, and we will wait a while to destroy all of the elements. Let me pause the recording now. Destroy operation is finished, 10 resources destroyed. So if we minimize, there is no application. It has been destroyed, as well as networking, I believe. So this is another one for different purposes for ADB. So our virtual network has been destroyed, from my understanding. Okay, so that is a cleanup which is expected. Let me just check container registry. I hope it was deleted as well. So it is deleted, no repos or images. Yeah, the house is cleaned up. And that is the end of lesson number 1. Hope it was interesting. Hope to see you soon on the next lecture. Bye for now.